Edmodo and how I use my Edmodo, and it's been so awesome. I've been using Edmodo for a few years, and this year has been great because we have that one-to-one iPad within our grade level. So it's such a great platform for us to be able to communicate with the students and as well as with the parents. The kids can communicate with each other, and it's got so many protections where the teacher can moderate everything that's been said, so that you can watch everything that's happening. So one of the things that I use it for is when I give a quick lesson. I was doing a quick lesson on just a quick review on conjunctions, and what happened was I looked at the clock and I said, oh my gosh, I only have a few more minutes and it's almost recess. So what I decided to do was sat down, gave him a quick I made a quick quiz, and it takes less than 5 minutes. Tell you what, less than a minute per question. And so it's perfect if you have like that, last 10 minutes of class, you can do that. And what I did was I went ahead and just made 2 quick questions. Okay, so in order for you to go to recess, which is going to be happening in the next few minutes, you have to take a quiz for me, your ticket to recess. So log on to Edmodo. Once you log on to Edmodo, you will see conjunction, ticket to recess, and I want you to take it. For you to make it, you have to pass by getting both of them correct. There's only 2 questions, all right? So get started. On that quiz, they take the quiz and they submit and they get the scores. And as you can see, the kids that do well, I let them go ahead. All right, everybody, that's recess bell. So let me go on to our scores, see who can go to recess. Okay, we got Daniel, you can go. Vincent, you can go. Joseph, you can go. Go ahead and go to recess. And for the kids that need the extra help, it's perfect because it's such a great tool to where you can now remediate and figure out which students need the extra help that did not get it, so that not a lot of kids will fall through the cracks. And that's one thing that Edmodo's been helping me out a lot. It's been really good. Yeah.
With all this Common Core information, I wish there was a way that we could review all the week's lesson. I wonder if Edmodo has something. Let me look. It does. Oh, awesome. Okay, so Edmodo has an actual function right here that you can either create a Word document or you can create a PowerPoint. Let me see. I'm going to assign a PowerPoint presentation for my students. Here we go. PowerPoint on capitalization, pages 198 to 212. All right, so my students will make a slide for each capitalization lesson. So they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slides to review the week's lesson because tomorrow's the big test and I want them to do well. So I guess they're like online flashcards. All right, boys and girls, I went ahead and sent you a new assignment on Edmodo. Please log into Edmodo and read the new assignment for your capitalization flashcards.
Edmodo has been a great ed tech platform in my classroom. Besides using it for quizzes or tests, I was finding that my students were lacking study skills. So I decided to use the PowerPoint integrated in Edmodo to create online flashcards. So what the students do is they take out their literacy handbook and go straight from their notes, their highlighted notes, and the great lessons offered in that book, and they create PowerPoint slides. And this is a great tool to teach them how to make flashcards. Once they make them, they can easily access them from home. They can review daily so that they're not cramming, because we are trying to teach them study skills that they will use for the rest of their education. And the wonderful thing is that they can access them anywhere in their homes, anywhere where they have access to a computer, and their parents can also view their notes and study with them. So it's a way to teach them how to use them to make notes and to study.
So our class just finished reading The Dancing Bird of Paradise. So I want to assess my students on their comprehension of the story. But what I could do is I could go and copy 1, 2, 3, 4, five pages and staple them, give them to each student, and then have them take it and then grade them. Or I could do this with Edmodo. I can go home, and where I can assign things, I can go to quiz and click on create quiz. And then up here, I'm going to make a title. So I'm going to say the dancing bird of paradise quiz or test. And then you're going to set a time limit. It automatically sets it at 60 minutes, but you don't really know what's going to happen throughout the day, if they're going to start it and then have to go to recess or go to lunch. So I'm going to make it the max, which is 360 minutes, so they have 6 hours. And then you have your different types of questions that you can create. So you can make it a multiple choice and then click add first question. So I'm going to copy it directly from the book. Go ahead and film right here. Directly from the book. So I'm going to type in the prefix un in the word unable means, and then I can put these as my options. So I'm going to say the prefix un in the word unable means, and I can put this in quotes. Okay, and then I can create, and I can say my first is to begin, my second is opposite of, and then I can add responses right here at the bottom. So I'm going to say to cause to and to stop. Then I need to set my correct answer. So in the book it shows me that B is the correct answer, so I'm going to select B. So then I can copy down all of these questions. I can change them up. I can add different questions of my own. So we have true or false. So you go ahead and type in your question and you decide which one is the correct answer. You can do short answer, which requires you to go through the test and grade it yourself. But you type a question, they answer it, and then you have to go through and decide if it was correct or not. Fill in the blank. So you type in a question and then you have a blank. And then down here it creates the blank space and then you type in the answer. And then it grades it for you, so it'll decide if it was the correct word. And lastly, we have matching, which allows you to create, for instance, if I had a vocabulary test or something, I could have my words and then their definitions right over here on the side. And then it will automatically randomize them for the children. And then they just need to drag it to the correct word to define the word. So once you click done, it automatically brings you to the home screen and it says, here's my quiz, the Dancing Bird of Paradise. You can choose to edit it again, or you can select a different quiz that you want to assign. Then right here it says due date. So you can click right here, decide when you want the kids to take it. So for instance, if I'm making it for next week, I can assign it for next Friday. And then I'm going to click right here to add to my gradebook so that right when it's graded, or right after the kids take it, I can go right to my gradebook and see their grade. And then I'm going to choose right here who to send it to. So I'm going to send it to my classroom, so room 5, trimester 2. I have them in a different group for trimester 2 versus trimester 1. I'm also going to send it to the other 5th grade teachers so that they don't have to recreate the same test. So I'm going to do room 2, trimester 2, and I'm going to do room 3, trimester 2. And then I'm going to click send. So then after that you can go up here to progress and you can go to your class, and here's your gradebook. So here's the Dancing Bird of Paradise, and it tells me who took the quiz and what they got. Also, you'll receive a notification every time a student takes the test. So for instance, I didn't have any kids take this test, but I had kids take a test on the 50 States and Capitals song. So here you can see, you can go down to your room, your class. So here's my class, room 5. And you can see what answers they got correct. The green answers are correct and red are wrong. So he got this one wrong. Okay, but you can see their grade right up here at the top. All right, and that is what is so great about Edmodo. You save time grading and you save paper